Are you an entrepreneur? Are you brave enough to face the might of the making moves charges?
It's no use standing there and thumb-sucking an answer.
Work 5 hours a day.
Yes.
You're lazy.
Have you taken samples to them?
No,
we haven't.
I do feel a little bit disrespected, and that's why I'm a little bit angry.
Is there any of you who are the business more leader?
Do you want to pitch for 50,000 Rand cash injection into your business? The stage is set for you to be part of this amazing opportunity for young entrepreneurs.
Donald, so how do you think you did?
A 9 out of 10.
Martin's even laughing at you. It's like a 9. Oh.
Most South Africans are well acquainted to the rich flavors of the hot delicacy popularly known as atchar. For many township entrepreneurs, the trading of this product has proven to be a viable business. One such entrepreneur is Da-gama from Polokwane. Sichithe usuku naye lo mlisa lapho khona besifuna ukubona ukuthi le atchar yakhe uyenza kanjani.
My name is Donald, co-founder of Mouthwatering Atchar. We package atchar and send it into supermarkets. We have 3 different flavors: garlic, hot, and mild. What makes us unique in our atchar is the taste. Whoever tastes it loves it, and they always come back for more.
Impopo yamanye ama-province adume kakhulu ngokuthi wona-ke asikhiqizela izithelo ezahlukahlukene. Ezinye zazo izithelo lezi esikhuluma ngazo-ke lapha sikhuluma ngomango. Namhlanje ngizobe ngichitha usuku nomlisa yena othatha umango oseluhlaza bese yena-ke azikhiqizele eyakhe i-mouth-watering atchar. So ngichitha usuku naye ngifuna ukwazi kabanzi ukuthi le atchar yakhe uyenza kanjani. Futhi ngiphinde futhi ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi uma seqedile ukuyenza le atchar uyidayisela obani. I know hore before business ya hao ebemo no sebeletsa ko difemeng tse pela pass rank.
Yeah.
Why move the business from mole o itlise mo ko gae?
Kwa re bulela bothata le masepala because they had incubated us for some time. And then one program ya one never sa rane ga botse. So e re complain ko the previous office. Then they decided to revancha batho ba ka mokabaleng ka kwa. Even the working environment around there is never conducive and safe because sometimes never rules each. So even if you had a butler door, never to cut a butler, they get in and they steal from you.
But it was a stock only into the service.
They complain about masepala bona bana bothata le jona.
Yes sir. Ho sebeletsa ko difemeng and especially mo le ko pass ranking customers ne di le teng. Now, moving the business here, how has that hampered access to market? Lore batho ba o bona hore wa itsekeng ke e mouth-watering atchar.
So ever since re ntshamola ra thoma ya go approach the shop le the garage. Whereas ke bona hore the profits tsa ona is much better than over kwa cost. Daily customers ba ba few and there's a certain time all over busy. So more cake list, you know, you work on orders.
So it's a bulk.
Yeah, you work on orders and also every week you have a certain amount coming in.
Katseba before o simula mouth-watering atchar ya hao. You had a 9 to 5 in future. No Spar.
Like a Spar.
What motivated the move or tloele Spar, leave motoring ke comfort zone and start a business?
I spent I think 2 jobs or 3. The last one I spent only sister.
Okay.
Then I like more business in atchar. So as time went, we decided to okay fine, it's time for me to grow because yeah. But age I felt I wanted to have my own business.
Yes.
Or and to let them grow.
So take me through the whole process in that sense. Ngikokisile sengiready ke manje. Akube njalo.
Okay. If we're ready, we open we take atchar from here.
Yeah.
And then we put in the bucket.
Njengoba naye mengu ngiyabona isiza i-package you. Do you buy it from elsewhere or now you are involved with yonke le process?
For now, we buy it from elsewhere.
Yes.
But as time goes and the business grows, we want to be able to actually cut our own. In that way, it will be much more profitable than what we are doing now.
Okay, asibambene ke mfethu. How many do you get out in terms of ama-order? And mangaka ama-order watholayo manje because akusenabantu walking in here.
When coming to the orders, I've allocated a shop in town. Mouthwatering we take, so those walking clients have access to it.
Okay.
And mostly in a week, we deal mostly with 3 clients that we know they order every week. Correctional, yeah, Polokwane, Spar, and there's another shop, GNC Supermarket.
So i-pricing ye-atchar yakho ihamba ngamalini futhi?
This one, normally we sell it 18 rand, but there's the bigger one, which is 22 rand 50. And the price is determined by the cost of how we buy the stock. If the oil is up, it means we also have to go up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll run a loss on this thing.
Mouthwatering Atchar kopan le bona 3 years ago. Ya bata ba tsa okay ba tle mo rena ba marketa product ya bona. Bya le ka di sales and then ra be re ba amogela gore ba dise product ya bona mo shop re bona re tla se pela jwa. So far so good ka yona e re fa di customer because of go intša ka shop re bone re ke fa di customer di tla futi di nya go ke fine re nya ka that atchar ya Mouthwatering. So far e re fa di customer very good ka yona, very good product.
Are you honestly telling me that you don't use any of that cash for personal things?
I don't have much of a personal life. It's only me and my wife and the kids.
You don't bank the cash sales?
I don't have much of expenses. I don't have credit on my name.
Yeah.
That's why I said I like doing things cash.
Born in Trichardt, Limpopo, Donald is a product of the nurturing hands of his mother and grandmother. Both strong women instilled a deep sense of hard work and entrepreneurship in him. Namhlanje useshadile, ungubaba futhi yena ungusomabhizinisi osebenza ngokukhulu ukuzimisela ukuze anikeze umndeni wakhe ikusasa eliqhakazile.
We used to drink really too. We used to party a lot.
Well, used to party a lot, sleep late, go out with friends, you know, you hang around till 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when you remember, yeah, you know what, I have to get home.
So then ka bona gore mo ka re bophelo bo ba jwala bo re felo. Mo go no tšea Jesu and then re fe Jesu bophelo ba rena.
She helped me to discover Modimo, learn to love God for who He is. And this nowadays, I love the Bible before I sleep, before next home.
How they met is that actually my sister was just halal kantle and then smoking and drinking, and then that guy he used to come to our street, passing there. So my sister almost stop her, you know, my sister halele, somebody lo hala papa and all these things.
So I was standing outside my house. Kinale cousin omngwa wa ka ne. Re no spin. Mosla se ba spin. So ge re no spin go tswella koloi e nngwe ba re ke Corolla. E tswella ko ina le 3 guys inside. So Corolla e tswelela e ba fitla ko gating ba ema ba re dumedisha, and then I recognize gore go na le some guy o ke motlwaetseng ba re ke Chifiwa in the car. So then while ke bile le Chifiwa, I recognize gore man go na le driver ka mo koloing, and the driver o ka re he looks like my future husband. Ke mmotse ke re wena you why you look like my future husband mara. Can I have your phone? Ke no kolokela dinomoro tsa ka, and tomorrow this time you must have called me.
The initiator of the relationship, truly, my sister.
Okay, I was shy at first, but we happened to talk and then to more communicate via, was it mixed before, WhatsApp and whatever. So that's how we got to know each other.
He always tells me gore yena anya ke bana ba hae ba go la tshwana le the way yena go tšeng ka gona. Yena he wants to be there for his kids. That's what he says. That's why ba bontsha so much love. Or it's important because yena he didn't have a chance to have that role model in his life. That guy loves his kids. He really does. He's like a second mother to the kids. Because mama he does it.
So I'd like to give all the love I can shower them with, no matter how busy I am. If ana le bothata ska tšhoga gore a tla bolele nna. I've got 2 siblings, a brother and a sister. I'm the last born in the family. Like 6 years going up. Re nyakana le dimengu ntse re khatha re a roidia atchar kwa gae re gone re rekisha le di popcorn.
But some long distances by lo ga dimengu. So this atchar is from way back.
By that time ne re sa tso reading. Na re ne re no bona it's like it's a hobby to us. Only to find her now she's teaching us something different in life. And you know it's still in our family moloring. It's a pusher and we can make a living out of it. The death of my grandmother had a very huge impact in our lives because you felt like you had that missing void. And as a teenager, moving from town to town, it's not easy because you have to adapt to a certain childhood. But we learned to grow back with our mother and our sister because they were always there for us.
Death ya kukwa hai, it was like somebody umunokile ka something. It was like darkness in his heart. I saw that light that he used to see. So it was really hard on him, but I managed to get over it and move on with life.
Some of Donald's plans include tapping into the market outside of Polokwane. Godwa, ngaphambi kokuthi akwenze konke lokho, komele ukuthi yena adayisele abantu abakule ndawo lena kena asebenzela kuyona. Futhi okunye sifuna ukwazi ukuthi usengqongqoze eminyango emingaki njengoba ke zoba nodlwano ndlebe noPeps.
Hi, we're here to Making Moves Studios. I'm here to meet Pepsi. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm hoping to learn more things about my business and things that I might lack knowledge on.
Donald's story is actually quite inspirational. He was taught how to make atchar by his grandmother as a young boy as a way to make a living. Fast forward to his adulthood and he's applying the same skill to create a small atchar processing business in order to support his own family. He's here to share with me what he's done differently now to formalize his business. Abuti, welcome to Making Moves.
Tola.
All right.
Oh, na.
Nice shirt.
Thank you.
I like that Chinese collar situation.
Yeah, I like your tie too.
Oh, you like my tie too. Thank you very much. So let's start with some of the challenges in the business right now. Is the business profitable? Are you making a living from the business?
Yeah, at this point I am making a living from the business. The only challenges I have is the competitor. There's one certain competitor that prices are very low. And for us to access certain markets around our area, it is very hard to get to them because they tell us about our competitors' prices. So, but there are certain people that are willing to buy our product at our own price. So we are making a bit of a profit out of it.
Okay, so why is the competitor able to produce at a cheaper cost?
Doing my investigation, I would say that most of his things is buying on credit. So I believe in working on cash instead of credit. And I wouldn't like to run a business on credit because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be making any money from it.
You're obviously quite passionate about the quality of your product, which is fantastic. You say you've gotten it tested.
Yeah.
So what approvals does it have?
It's got the South African standard of
SABS.
Not the food nutritional.
SANBS.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's got SANBS accreditation and it's been tested and whatnot.
Even the place that we work from has been health approved by the Health Society. So everything we do it on a clean slate.
Okay, is that not a competitive advantage? Are you using that? Are you able to advertise that, and specifically when you're selling into the trade?
Yeah, in certain shops, yes, it works. But
Okay.
when you go around looking at the Somali shops, the Indian shops, they don't care about what or where your product comes from. All they care about is the price, how much you are selling, how much he is selling, and how much they're making out of it.
How do we get to grow this business? Because at the moment, you obviously are targeting individual shops and you're selling, on a day-to-day basis, and then you've got a lot of cash sales, which are direct to the consumer. So where's the growth? I mean, how do you take it up to the next level? How do you scale up?
For me to take it up to the next level, if I can find a machine that can cut my own mangoes, I know certain people that would actually sell mangoes to me in tons. And if I can get to do that, I know that all the money that I'm making all goes to the profit in growing the business. And besides having one branch in Limpopo, I'd like to expand into different provinces and even at the end have my own farm as the business grows, where I don't have to actually buy from people. Not to say I wouldn't support them, but I will also go take from them knowing that I have my own farm also.
Okay. From what I could see about your finances, you don't bank the cash sales. So, I mean, what are you doing with that money? And it's very difficult to then manage. And that the issue with cash is that it goes there and then it goes into the pocket and then you end up using it for your personal needs as opposed to using it in the business.
If I do use the money, I make sure I don't use the money for what I need to buy.
Are you honestly telling me that you don't use any of that cash for personal things?
Personal things, I don't have much of a personal life. It's only me and my wife and the kids.
Yeah. So how and you've got the cash on you? Unsa cash I get
No, ke make sure ke ntsha yo nngwe not ela.
unsa ifing.
Una le nngwe ya petty cash ngana not ela.
Do you pay yourself a salary?
Yeah, but not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you should be paying yourself a salary.
Yeah, I do pay myself a salary, but it's not a salary which would actually make a dent in the business.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it can push us for that month until the business
So
grows.
how do you pay your expenses if you're not paying yourself a decent enough salary?
I don't have much of expenses. I don't have credit on my name.
Yeah.
That's why I said I like doing things cash, so that I don't have anybody calling me saying you owe us this, or you find I don't even want to answer a call because it's a private number. So everything I basically do, I try to do it cash. It's better give it
There's also the issue of the cost of banking. Depositing cash is very expensive. And not always sustainable for a small business. So I'm trying to find a comfortable solution. And what do you imagine? What do you think you should be doing differently with the cash collected?
I think actually I should be banking it, but I wasn't thinking about that 2 months back or so because I really needed a trailer. So cash sales, mostly I was paying off the trailer so I could get it much faster, either than to take it on credit and still have interest rates on the trailer that I have to pay. Because I know once I have something that's my own, I don't have to pay anybody or I don't have to complain to anybody or where's my thing with this. So now it's paid off and all the sales that I'll be making, I would be banking them.
I think the big thing is to go and focus on growing these sales. You've got a great product, it's accredited, it's been tested and certified, and supermarkets are looking for products that have been tested and certified. And yeah, you can do more to grow your business and push sales more. So you have to create the time to do that.
Yeah, no, I will. My one-on-one with Pepsi was a bit tricky, but he gave me some insight to things that I happened to miss in my business. And after this, I will be taking his advice and putting it in the business so that the business can grow.
We are sitting with one business that I sit and say, is the name catchy enough for the market? And that perhaps, yes, I'm not sure.
For Mouthwatering Atchar to make a big impact in the market, Donald needs to go big on production and marketing. To help him craft the perfect strategy for achieving this, we are pairing him with one of our esteemed coaches, Dr. Lucas Muloi.
We are sitting with one business that I sit and say, is the name catchy enough for the market? And that perhaps, yes, I'm not sure.
You are an accredited producer, but you don't see that as a competitive edge. So you need to go back and look at such. So the fact that you are accredited means that you can get into these stores quicker than they can get. Now my question becomes, how many times have you visited the Massmart buying center?
We've tried to call them a couple of times.
Called. You haven't, you see, that doesn't count to me. You are saying to me, we haven't done anything yet. Have you taken samples to them? No, you haven't.
I haven't been that aggressive in going after all the clients. Only local clients, yes, have been aggressive, but looking at chain stores, I haven't been very aggressive, so I have to become more aggressive in going to them.
As an entrepreneur, you've got to push. You've got to push yourself. You've got to push your product. You cannot wait for people to call you back. Their business is not in calling you back.
In terms of the accreditation of my product, I don't think I've actually given myself much credit. I think that's the most important thing that I've missed out in actually growing my business in certain companies and things, because mostly I've looked at local customers and consumers.
I want to stress the point of the importance of banking money. Okay. Some of the suppliers, I can tell you, the suppliers, the retailers that you want to get into, they do look at your financials because they want to have the surety that you are going to be able to supply. You've got capacity, you are big enough, you're making enough money to supply. By taking the cash proceedings under a mattress and go buy something without paying tax and VAT and that, is not giving them the confidence that your business is doing okay.
When coming to banking, I think I've made a few mistakes, but I will change that where every sale that I make in the business, I put the money in the bank first before I can actually use it.
This is a competition, you know it. Tomorrow, you're pitching. It's very important to state what are you going to do with the money. I understand you want to use the money to get bulk stock, and you want to use the money to print labels or to get the machinery so that you are able to print your own labels.
And a machine to cut mangoes.
And to cut mangoes and that. Okay. So for me, the most important thing that needs to appear on your presentation and that, it's that impact. Show what impact is this money going to have in the business. The impact in terms of the social impact, that we'll be able to employ more people, grow the business.
My coaching session with Lucas, it was quite interesting because excited when coming to my business, and he gave me the push and the drive for it. No matter how far they are, if I want to sell my product to them. So it was actually a push in the right direction. We mix it with spices, then we package it for our customers. Then from there,
Mr. Donald.
Mr. Sia.
Likandat.
Ronald.
Ron. Welcome back, Putin. Njengoba sozo picture. What have you prepared for picture here today?
I've prepared a short pitch. Hopefully it will impress the judges on taking a positive decision on the business.
Yes, sir. So calm, cool, collected. You got this?
Yeah, I've got it.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's go see how your pitch goes.
Thanks, Sia.
They're waiting for you ngaphakathi ama-judges wethu.
All right.
Thank you.
Donald, welcome back to Making Moves.
Thank you, Sia.
How are you feeling?
I'm good, and you?
You all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Are you ready to pitch?
Yeah, I'm ready to pitch to you guys.
You are ready. Okay, so you've got 4 minutes to pitch your business.
All right.
Tell us the who, what, where, and how. And we'll then ask you a few questions, then we'll deliberate and give you our verdict thereafter.
No problem.
You've met Bra Lucas, he's on that side. You spent some time coaching with him yesterday.
Yes, I did.
And I hope that you found that invaluable. And Martine, on my left, is our toughest judge here. So you're going to have a hard time convincing her. And your 4 minutes starts now.
My name is Donald. I'm one of the co-members of Levine Projects. Levine Projects is run by 2 people, and we're based in Polokwane. We started out this company with a low budget, but as the time went, it started growing. We buy cut mangoes, we mix it in, we mix it with spices, then we package it for our customers. Then from there, we have been operating for 2.5 years, and in a certain time, we've only been selling to local customers, walking-in customers, until last year when we had an incident. That incident opened our eyes into a new venture where we would supply stores. And our workspace has been approved to be health compliant. Our product has been tested has been accredited and tested also. These are some of the pictures and the products that we are selling. We mostly produce stuff according to orders. We don't just start producing something and letting it sit for a long time. So if somebody orders, that's when we start processing the stock for the person. Our mission and vision is to get a new plant as we're working where we can employ other people and to open up branches in all the other provinces for people who would like to buy in bulk, because I know there are certain provinces that don't have places where a person can actually buy atchar in bulk and sell to the community. Our other is to supply store chains, and I know it's very hard to get into them, but after Lucas' coaching session yesterday, I did some investigation, and I managed to connect with some guy that said he would help me because he knows some of the buyers in some of the chain stores. What I do at 50,000 is there's a machine to cut mangoes. It costs about 40,000. I'd buy a labeling printer, which is about 8,000. The 2,000 I would use for marketing and growing the business. When I sit down and calculate our finances, every month our income is close to 32,000, depending on how busy the month is. And mostly when we stock for about 20,000, which leaves us with a profit of 10,000. In 12 months, it brings that income to 360,000. For stock, depending on the oil, it might cost 250,000, and the profit would be 110 before tax has been taken off. With the return investment, if we get that machine, now the amount of money that we're using to buy the atchar, it's only sufficient for 1.3 tons. And that same money, if you go to the locals and buy mango from them and start cutting, you'd get close to 7 tons with that same money. So that those other tons that are left, the money that you get, you would be able to invest in the community and create more jobs, and we'll invest in skills. Wherever we'll be opening up the plant, we'll call the youth and show them how we could actually teach them in growing instead of doing the wrong things.
All right, sir, your time is up. Thank you very much. I hope you had gotten to the end of your presentation. We're going to start asking you a few questions now. My first question is, can you clarify that 1 ton versus 7 ton? So right now, you're buying cut mangoes from somebody who buys them from the farmers, cuts them, sells them to you, right?
Right now,
Yes.
we're actually buying from somebody that is cutting for himself, but the price that he's selling to us, let's say now I'm buying, let's say 27 bags, which is like 10,000. That 10,000, if you go to locals around there, they sell to 1 ton for like 1.3, and 1 ton is like 1,000 kgs. So if we can buy 10, with that money, if we can buy close to 7 tons, it will be more in it will be more in revenue to us.
Okay, but you're not selling, so you don't have enough of a market right now, because you're not turning customers away at the moment, where you're saying, I don't have enough atchar, I've got too many customers. I get it?
No.
But it would help you improve your profitability immediately.
Yeah, that will help
Because if you're
us.
spending 10 grand, you would be able to spend 3 grand.
Yeah, 3 grand.
Yeah, is that correct?
Even if we spend the 3 grand, there's still a lot of atchar left on our side.
Okay.
So which means it will invest more atchar. Instead of always going to buy every month, you find the same one we're using now, we actually have more in stock, a reserve for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because in a month, I use like 1.3 ton just to make this profit. So if you take 1.3 ton from 7 ton, I think I'm left with 5.6 tons, which is actually even more profitable to us.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say you get 50,000 Rand investment and you're spending the 40,000 Rand on your cutting machine. What is your strategy to sell that product now? Because currently your opening line was, we produce on order.
Yeah.
You don't have in stock, which tells me that there isn't clients banging your door down wanting your stock.
Or maybe I was not clear on that one. We already have, to date, we have 11 clients that you know every week they're busy ordering from us. So even if we have that ton of stock, it will give us an opportunity to go out. Like I said, Lucas, yesterday after we spoke, I managed to find somebody that would actually help me into getting into the chain stores.
So there is a plan.
There is a plan
for that.
forward, yeah.
And there is a market for it.
Yeah, there is a market.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So the 11 clients that you are speaking about, they are stores.
4 of them are stores.
Okay.
Others are just cafes around there.
Yeah.
And one is a correctional facility.
Okay, then one is a correctional facility. Okay. Any plan of getting more, do you have any plan that you've worked out of getting more of such clients as correctional services? You've gotten into that space, and that what do you need to do to get more of such on your books again?
We'd actually have to go out and market our product. But for now, the plan is, as soon as I leave here, I've got one client that I have to see around Joburg. If they have a positive feedback, it means I've obtained one chain store already.
Okay.
And then when I get back to Limpopo, there's still this guy. He's already in the business, and he has already got contacts of all the chain stores around. So he'll just direct me to the right people that I have to meet and to give them the product so that we can sell it to them.
Thank you.
No problem.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks.
My pitch, I felt it went well, even though when I started, I was a bit nervous, but as it went, I felt a bit confident in it. Hopefully, it will push them in the right direction to invest in the business.
Why is he only going to see somebody that can help him with department stores now, after you have said, I mean, surely that's something that he should have been thinking about all along?
At the end of the day, that's what coaching is about.
All right, guys, deliberation time. What are your thoughts, Lucas?
I like the business. And I'm just very disappointed that there are no, some containers of Atchar here. I don't eat much things, but I could have been able to have some Atchar. Look, I like his business. I think he still has got a very huge room to grow and scale this business. He seems to be very disciplined when it comes to money. I'm still unhappy about him not banking regularly or the walk-ins. He's not banking his cash business. So I hope he'll improve on that. But all the other things, when I check and that, I could tick my,
After you pitched,
Yeah.
everyone had questions.
Yes.
But the coach akayibuzanga kakhulu yona.
Yeah, no. He didn't ask too many questions.
Does that give you maybe confidence yokuthi isithombe sakho and what you're trying to paint on your pitch, he understands it?
Yeah, I know it gives me confidence in it.
Generally umuntu makabuza kakhulu phela ufuna ukwazi. Mangabuza it means ukuthi So when you're confident ukuthi akabuzanga next.
Isn't it Mabani? He gave me some pointers. After that, I did my homework and I came back with a positive response.
But guys, banking is expensive.
It's horribly expensive.
So I can sometimes understand with very small businesses where you're like, why am I banking? So I can kind of understand. The issue with that is that if your cash keeping is not disciplined, then you end up using it for personal expenses, which is very easy.
And
But
when you're
he's very
trying to scale
disciplined,
up, when you're trying to scale up the business and that, and they
That's
go
it.
back and then that money is not reflecting, is not showing in that.
That's the issue. Depends
That's
on
the
what the
issue
big
with it.
plan
Yeah.
is. Okay?
Yeah.
Martine, what are your thoughts about the business?
Look, I like the business because I know that he knows he can sell the stuff, right? He's already got the markets. He understands that. I love where he wants to spend the money. It's clear. I'm gonna have an excess of 5 tons that I can actually make Atchar with to sell. He knows that he's gonna sell. The fact that he chatted with Lucas and yourself yesterday, and is already hustling tells me that he's a go-getter and he listens, right? He's disciplined, he listens, his finances are not looking badly. I understand the concern around the cash, Lucas, but he also works in a cash environment. He buys from smaller people. So if he banks, he's still going to have to go and draw that money again
pay
to pay those guys, right?
With the pitch that you delivered, nale pitch oyenzile, do you think it was a worthy pitch that will say, yes, Donald, you deserve to be in the next round, and my coaches way to ayayibona lento ukhuluma ngayo?
Yeah, I think I do deserve to be in the next round.
Yes, sir.
Because it's a positive pitch and the outcomes of it was also positive.
But you see, one of my other concerns yesterday that I spoke with him about, at least it came through a bit today, was that he spoke more yesterday about what his competition does more than what he does right.
Okay.
So he was not talking, the fact that he's got a product that is already accredited
Yes.
and everything, and he's not punting on that, and that's something that he should be talking about all the time, and that because in the food market sector and that, that food safety is the most important thing, and he's got accreditation for his food safety. That's what he should be talking about, and that's what this chain stores wants to hear, that this product is already accredited for food safety, and that he needs to punt more on the good things that he's doing.
Why is he only going to see somebody that can help him with department stores now after you have said, surely that's something that he should have been thinking about all along?
Yeah.
Because that's what coaching is about.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what coaching is about.
Yeah, okay.
Dawa, let's find out.
All right.
What do the judges have to say?
Thanks, yeah.
All the best, ne?
Thank you.
Sharp, Donald.
Donald, so how do you think you did?
At first I was a bit nervous, but as it went, I felt a bit confident in what I
So
was
what
pitching.
score would you give yourself out of 10?
A 9 out of 10.
Did you think you were that impressive?
I tried to be.
They're very optimistic today.
Yeah, no. These entrepreneurs, eh? Very, very optimistic. Okay. Martin's even laughing at you. It's like a 9. I'm going to hand over to Martin.
Donald, well done on a good presentation.
Thank you.
I think you need to spend a lot more time on the marketing of your products, and it starts off, we joke around with it, but it starts off with, introducing the product to people, far and wide, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very disappointed that we don't have some atchar here today.
No, you will get. I'll send a batch.
The marketing side is what is going to sell your product at the end of the day. You need to focus a lot more on that and research a lot more of where you can penetrate your product. You're in a very, very good position in respect to the fact that you have the accreditation and all the checks and balances in terms of getting your product onto shelf or getting your product into markets. So move with it. Use that to your advantage, because I don't believe that you're using that to its full capacity. Be robust about it. Be pertinent about it, because it's something that you can actually be proud of, and it's something that sets you apart from your competitors.
Look, one impressive thing is that you've been very responsible with money in your business. That's a big positive. Carry on that. Even after, they say if you cannot be responsible with small monies, you're not going to be responsible with big ones. So that principle, let it be the principle that guides your business. Sit on that. Stay away from credit. Bent my fingers too many times, I know. Stay away from credit. As far as you can do things cash in your business, stay in that, put money aside like you're doing to get the next things and that. Whether you go through or you don't go through and that, make sure you purchase those things that you need. Make sure you put money aside to purchase those things that you need, because they're going to change the face of your business.
So we're going to give you some tasks. My task, or it's not, we came up with a few tasks. I think you should create sampling opportunities for your product. So go out and fit to shisanyamas, funerals, churches, caterers. Try and create sampling opportunities for your product where more and more people can experience it. And, it means pounding the pavement. I generally just want you to be more aggressive.
All right.
Okay. Martin?
I'd like you to go and see a few retailers, key retailers that you can actually put mass into, because you are going to have quite a bit of surplus, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to go and see retailers and go and do research about it, because the mass marts, all of those guys have challenges at the moment. They've promised South Africa certain things to be able to be in the market, and you should go there with that and say to them, this is how I can solve a portion of this product or this problem for you.
The other task is you need to go out and, because at the moment, the containers that you're using are those that you pop out the lid, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to take it in those stores with that, because it has concerns of food safety and that. So you need perhaps a jar that closes and that, the branding and that. Is it a product that when you're putting it there, and like Pepsi say, go to funerals and chesanyamas and that container is sitting there, is it a container that is going to create that imprint in the mind that when people go to the store anyway, they look at it and they remember it. They know which one is it. Are the colors that people are going to remember it. So the whole branding into it, the packaging of the product itself, go and make sure that it matches the best in the industry.
So you've been given your tasks, and we'll see you back in a few weeks.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Get out of here, you got a lot of work to do.
Such a calm person.
The experience was quite exciting. I got to learn new things, and like I said, I managed to implement one of them. And after the things that they told me, the tasks that they said I must do, I'll also go implement that so that the business can grow.
If you are an entrepreneur and would like to be featured on the show, contact us on makingmoves@sabc.co.za or visit our website